Dear colleagues, dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, warm welcome to the participants of the International Cybersecurity Congress, as well as the fans and spectators of the World Cup. Welcome to Moscow, everybody. These days, at your influential platform, you've been discussing really important and relevant issues. Today, nowadays, we see the active deployment of digital technology that to a large extent defines the progressive development of each and every nation and the world by and large. Artificial intelligence, robotics, Internet of Things are becoming the backbone of economic growth. And digital platforms, digital data flow dramatically improve the openness and efficiency of the public authorities' work, as well as the operation of companies, business, social, welfare, and educational establishment. A few words on what we've been doing in this country. In this respect, we are well aware of the fact that digitalization is a considerable resource to tap the national development and improve the living standards of our people. In the recent years, we've done a lot to implement new technologies and programs to see the active and equitable integration of our country into the global cyberspace. For example, Russia ranks #1 in Europe with respect to the number of Internet users. We have more than 90 million of these. We see the dynamic growth of the online commerce. We see the appearance of new products in the banking, insurance, and logistics. It has become normal to receive governmental municipal services online in digital format. Even the elder generation tap on these more and more often. Although not too long ago, one had to collect certificates and papers and go around different offices, feeling the jitters queuing. And I think we haven't fully turned the page, but the situation is changing for the better. The new digital environment crucially changes our lives, making a difference. We will consistently and systemically carry on, and I'd like to emphasize a crucial thing, that is the fact that efficient digital development can only rest upon the digital freedom, the freedom for business community, NGOs, social entities, and individuals to dismantle barriers that constrain our progress. We should base on that, but we all should be aware of our own responsibility and potential risks and challenges that the digital sphere is fraught with. Starting from this year, we have launched the Digital Economy of the Russian Federation program. It aims at making our economy, public administration, welfare more effective and competitive, to incentivize innovative ideas, demand for promising academic research. Among our priorities of this program, we see the flexible legal regulation. It should be established. It should fully take into account the peculiarity of the sector. It should not hinder but facilitate the disruptive digital development and be a solid safeguard for the economic liberty, property, security, privacy, and personal freedom and space of our individuals. A very important line of activities providing the state-of-the-art digital infrastructure that will enable us to safely and swiftly transfer, process, and store data of several orders greater than currently, which is meeting the requirements of today, but also tomorrow's demands as well. While implementing the program, access to modern communication services will be granted to all the medical and educational establishments of this country. All the settlements of our vast nation will have internet access. Propagation of the new generation mobile communications will begin, as well as the wireless networks for Internet of Things, and we will deploy the national Russian data center evaluation system. We will carry on with the proprietary info communications and satellite systems development that will provide access to internet in remote areas of the high north of our country and along the trunk roads. Another priority of the program is development of the R&D in end-to-end technology, to be carried out in close cooperation between the business community and the academic and research community that will enable promote Russian proprietary technology and, building on these, create relevant competitive digital products. And the key goal is, the overarching goal is training high-skilled staff and personnel, shaping competences that will help carry through large-scale transformation in digital economy. Dear Congress participants, global cyberspace security is of special importance today. We can see that the number of threats and risks has been growing here. According to World Economic Forum in 2017, the losses from cyber attacks worldwide amounted to $1 trillion. And experts believe that unless effective action is taken, the mischief will be even greater. As well as other countries, the Russian Federation has been faced with similar challenges of this kind. For example, in Q1 this year versus the first quarter of last year, the number of cyber attacks against Russian sites increased by a third. I'm convinced that eliminating these, as well as the provision of cybersecurity, is a national task. And to resolve that, we should team up the law enforcement, business community, the broader public, and NGOs and the citizens of our country. In this respect, we've been carrying out a program of specific steps to fight cyberspace and delinquency. What are the most urgent steps, you may ask? First, we are to come up with the new and novel comprehensive solutions to prevent and stop cyber delinquency against our nationals and individuals in digital environment. These solutions should raise the efficiency of emergency services response to these threats. For that, we are to come up with a new pertinent legal framework and convenient modes of interaction between the individuals and public authorities. Second, we will carry out an initiative undertaken by the business community to come up with automated information exchange on threats in the digital space. In case of cyber attacks, this system will enable to better coordinate the activities between telecom operators, lending entities, institutions, internet companies, and law enforcement bodies to be able to expeditiously eliminate the appearing threats. Third, we will be at pains to base software that is applied in Russia on Russian proprietary technology and solutions that have been tested and certified. Definitely, that shouldn't be in detriment of the competition. We should see the competitive products that are in line with the highest demands of the consumers and users. Fourth, we'll make a step change in training Russian anti-cyberspace personnel, cybercrime personnel, and for that we will deploy mission-oriented approach, actively tapping on the best Russian and international practices. And fifth, we will develop and tweak the international info exchange system on cyber threats. In the upcoming future, the government is to make up its mind on the entity to be put in charge of that. We are well aware that the scale of cyber threats is so huge today that we can liquidate it only in concert, the global community. And on that topic, I'd like to dwell separately, the international cooperation in developing global cyberspace. Just a few words, ladies and gentlemen. Russia has always advocated for the joint and fair resolution of all the issues that may crop up and disputes. We're convinced that the security measures and the regulation norms for the cyberspace should not hamper the technology progress and innovative development. I reiterate that for the frenetic digital age of today, freedom matters a lot. The freedom of exchanges, communication, interchange of ideas and practices. And it's of special relevance to come up with a uniform set of the rules of the game that will be common for all the international stakeholders, that would, to the utmost degree, take into account the rights and interests of all the states. Would be acceptable for everybody, would be universal. We saw repeatedly that the egoism of separate countries and attempts to behave in a self-serving way are detrimental to the global information stability. As a positive example to cite, I will mention the coordination between Russia and the European countries of a single set of rules to protect personal data. It was in the Council of Europe framework, and decisions preventing illegal transfer of personal data of our nationals to other countries have been made. Russia has come up with a number of initiatives that have a bearing on the responsible behavior and conduct of states in the cyber environment, countering information delinquency and international regulation of the Internet. We are determined to consistently promote and put forward these initiatives, most at this very important platform of the United Nations organization. And by way of conclusion, I wish everybody every success in your deliberations. I hope that all the ideas voiced at the Congress will serve the goal of developing the global information space and providing better and greater security thereof. Thank you for your attention.